as I informed, we'll go through or we'll start the session of Hasta Mudra. Today we will see some. Today we will see some 10 Hasta Mudras which are helpful in healthy pregnancy. Like it may be maintaining of mood swings in pregnancy, or it may be for stability of the health of a pregnant woman and growth of a fetus, or it may be like in conditions of less amniotic fluid, or the blood pressure conditions, or the low, usually in pregnancy low HB level will be there. In that conditions, especially bonding between the fetus and the pregnant woman, these all will be like overall benefits of this Hasta Mudra. So usually all may think like how this Hasta Mudra will help a pregnant woman in bonding with the fetus or all this, right? Everyone will be having question. Hasta is nothing but our hands. So mudras are the some alternative positions of this only hasta, fingers, or some terms or some activities with these fingers can do all these benefits, can give all these benefits, or do all these useful things to a pregnant woman. Not only pregnant woman, actually this hasta mudra will be helpful in several other health conditions also. But as we are dealing with the prenatal condition, today we'll discuss some 10 hasta mudras, how they are beneficial in pregnancy and how we should do that. We will discuss. Before starting of mudra positions, hasta mudra positions, I like to explain you all like how this will work on our health. Actually, according to our Acharya Charaka, he explains that Sarvam Dravyam Panchabhautikam. Panchabhautika is nothing but Pancha Mahabhutas. According to our Ayurveda, our whole body, like whole Sharira, is composed of several like dosha, dhatus, Pancha Mahabhutas, and mana. By including all these, the Sharira will form. In that, especially Pancha Mahabhutas are the components of our body. Components means nothing but these 5 Mahabhutas will, according to this dosha and Pancha Mahabhuta vitiation or excessive, our disease will be caused. So this Pancha Mahabhutas work is to functioning of all the systems. So how functioning of all the systems means, has now I am sitting here healthily, so it means all my dosha, dhatus, panchamabhutas are working well. So it's a routine activity of our body, so I am healthy. In same way, what these doshas are, we have 3 types of doshas in our body: vata, pitta, and kapha. Due to vitiation of these doshas, will vitiate the panchamahabhutas. By vitiation of panchamahabhuta, it will get hampered in our body, whatever complaints related to particular dosha or particular panchamahabhuta, and it will create the complaints. So this is overall knowledge of a body. In same way, when these all vitiates, it may be dosha vitiation. As I said, if one dosha get vitiated or it get imbalanced, it will create imbalance in this panchamahabhutas and it will create the complaints. So overall, if we regulate this panchamahabhutas, then it will regulate the vitiated dosha, then it will regulate our body. Our complaints will be reduced. Obviously, like if someone may ask, then if this is a condition according to our Ayurveda, what if we have a complaints, we will like without going for medicines, without going for treatment, only through hasta mudra we can cure a disease? Obviously no, because whatever we are explaining is this vitiation creates the complaints, right? But why we need treatment or medicines? Whatever complaints we got, to subside that complaints, or to subside that particular what to say, aggravated complaints. Like for example, basic example, if our agni get hampered, our gut will get hampered. If our gut will get hampered, we may have complaints of indigestion, vomiting the area, anything, right? In that condition, because why I took this gut, because obviously in pregnancy we will be having indigestion, gastric. For that also we have one of the mudra. So only by doing mudra, whether we can come subside or complaint, whatever vitiation, whatever imbalance or improper thing happened in our body, we can control that. But whatever vomiting I am getting, to subside it, obviously we need medicines, right? In same way, to subside other hasta mudras or pranayamas, anything, like how yogas or asanas will balance our health in a pregnancy, in the same way this hasta mudra also will balance the particular health condition in pregnancy. And as I'm speaking about the Pancha Mahabhutas, how it is related to our body only through hasta is what we have 5 fingers. These are correlated to one of the Pancha Mahabhutas. According to our Ayurveda, that is Akasha, Vayu, Agni, Jala and Prithvi. In that 5, each fingers is correlated to some of the Pancha Mahabhuta. Like thumb is all Pancha Mahabhutas are correlated with one of the finger. When that particular Pancha Mahabhuta get vitiated through the vitiation of dosha, and when we fold this, obviously Hasta Mudra is nothing but touching one finger to other in a particular positions, right? Which all positions we'll see further. So by connecting one Pancha Mahabhuta to other Pancha Mahabhuta, that will stimulate particular vitiation or imbalance in our body. So that will create the balances of imbalanced dosha or Pancha Mahabhuta. In that way, we are balancing our Pancha Mahabhutas or doshas so that whatever complaints we got will be subsided as time goes on. So this is the brief description how this Hasta Mudra will act on our health. So now coming for Hasta Mudra, whichever we need is, I'll show you the pic and I'll explain. They showed Dhyana Mudra or Jnana Mudra. What it's need, like what overall benefits we will get this by this Jnana Mudra or Dhyana Mudra is bonding between the, actually this overall Dhyana Mudra's protocol is bonding between the universe and the body. How this universe is related to pregnancy is, has a pregnant woman keeps whole universe in her womb. Here womb is nothing but a universe. For a fetus or a baby, the womb is a universe to a growing baby, right? Whole world is womb. So connecting the womb and a pregnant woman is nothing but the bonding between universe and the body. Nothing but bonding between the fetus and the mother will be happening in this Dhyana Mudra or Jnana Mudra. Method how we should do, has I showed a pic. Touch the tip of the thumb finger and the tip of the index finger. But how? The other 3 fingers should be straight. So touching this tip, touching also, it should not be fully, like we should not press the 2 tips, but just we should connect. We should connect the thumb tip with the index tip and rest other 3 fingers should be straight. So this is a Dhyana Mudra or Jnana Mudra. And same thing, like simultaneously you should do this with the both hands. First, we should sit in a straight position, relaxed shoulders. Most probably, we should sit in a like on floor comfortably by folding our legs, and we should keep both the hands, and we should keep these fingers, these hands by facing palm upward on our thighs, and we can do this mudra for few minutes. How many minutes we should do and how many times we should do, I'll explain in last. First, we'll go through the mudras. So this is nothing but Dhyana Mudra or Jnana Mudra. And what are the benefits of this Dhyana Mudra or Jnana Mudra? As we discussed, it will give bonding between the fetus and the pregnant woman, and it stimulates the Muladhara Chakra, which is root chakra of our body. In one session, we will discuss about these chakras also, because whatever we are explaining, like it may be Yogasanas or now Hasta Mudra, these all are related to the chakras, like Shat chakras of our body. What are these Shat chakras? How it is related to our health and body? We'll have one separate session. So this Jnana Mudra or Dhyana Mudra will stimulate the Muladhara chakra so that there will be direct connection between the fetus and the pregnant woman. With this, obviously, it relaxes the mind and it gives calmness to the mind. And another point I forgot to mention, as I mentioned the position, how it should be. By doing this mudra, when we go to the particular position, only our concentration should be on our breath. We should breathe normally, no any alteration in our breath, but we should concentrate our breath and we should sit for few minutes. How many minutes? Like overall mudras, I'll explain how many minutes. So we should do this on daily basis. If we follow on daily basis, we can connect to our fetus with our whole-hearted mind, and with that our mind also will be relaxed. Next, second mudra is Vayu mudra. This Vayu mudra has name only suggests Vayu. As we discussed Panchamahabhutas, Vayu means air, right? Has it suggests air means when we relate to a health, air is nothing but flatulence or gastric issues, more passing of flatus through anus. These all will come under Vayu, related to Vayu, right? It may be indigestion because improper moving of the digested food in our body creates gastric. We know, right? So Vayu mudra. That is nothing but with that, if the person is always confused or frustrated, or if the person is having always confused mind, mood swings. Sometimes they will feel happy. Suddenly, sometimes they may feel sad. Especially mood swings will be very much in pregnant women, right? So these Vayu mudra will be helpful for such conditions. How we should do has already showed in a pic. Touch the tip of the index finger at the base of the thumb, and gently press your thumb over the index finger. Touch the index finger on the base of the thumb and gently press, not fully, gently press the index finger through the thumb, and rest all other fingers should be straight. So this is Vayu mudra. And again, same thing. Sit steadily with shoulder relaxed and keep this mudra on your thighs, facing toward your palm towards upside, and you can do this mudra on daily basis. And again, how it should be: close your eyes, concentrate on your breath, and you should sit on this position for particular minutes on daily basis. By doing this, what all benefits we will get? Subsides the complaints like Vayu, as I said, flatulence, gastric, and if our motion is not getting cleared at a once, sometimes we will be having in severe gastritis, right? Like we feel, though after going and coming for motions, our stomach is not empty, we will feel. In that conditions, we can do this. In severe mood swings, we can do this. But only one thing is, when you subside your complaints, like as we discussed complaints, if you feel, my complaints are subsided, then you should stop this mudra. You should not continue for whole 9 months, especially in pregnancy, right? If you are not feeling any like gastric issues, indigestion issues, or like if your mind also, if you are feeling stable, they should stop this mudra doing on daily basis. If they have complaints, then they can continue. And what all benefits we will get from this Vayu mudra? Endocrine stimulation of endocrine glands will take place. What is this endocrine gland? It will work on our hormones. Whatever hormonal imbalances will be, it will be stabilized and improve mental health and relaxation. Obviously, whichever mudra we are doing, it will be directly related to mind calmness or relaxes the mentality and improves constipation. As we discussed the complaints like Vayu complaint, like indigestion, flatulence, or gastric, due to these, obviously, like person will be having constipation, right? So in such conditions, if they do this mudra on daily basis, it will be relieved or they will get cured. Our third mudra is Prana mudra. What is this Prana mudra? Has Prana. Prana is nothing but life or the soul, life. What Jiva, like Prana. In short form, we can say Prana, right? Prana is directly related to energy, right? Maybe our immunity power, energetic, or the strength in our body. These all will be directly related to prana, right? Life. So, as name suggests, prana mudra, it will be helpful in positive, energetic moods. With even this will be helpful in post-infective stages, especially like COVID infections, viral infections, post-infective stages. Obviously, because post-infective stage, the person's immunity power will be lowered. It will be reduced. So to recharge the immunity power, they can do this mudra. Or in inflammatory conditions, disorders, or severe fatigue, or general disability. In these all conditions, we can do this prana mudra. How we should do? Has like in pic, has they showed, touch the tip of the thumb with tip of the ring finger and little finger. Tip of the thumb should touch the ring finger and little finger. As I mentioned, don't press, just we should touch, because as already we discussed, these all tips have particular Panchamahabhuta. So if you connect this, the energy will be passed or the vibes will be passed. So it will give the result. So tip of the thumb finger should touch the tip of the ring finger and little finger, and other two fingers should be straight. So this is Prana Mudra. We can keep these on our thighs in a stable condition. We should close our eyes and we should concentrate on our breathe. And our palm, as I'm showing, it should face the up. This is Prana Mudra. And what all benefits, and especially in pregnancy, when they are doing this Prana Mudra, by concentrating on their breath, they can say some slogan like, I plug into the universal energy source and life source to my baby. As we are discussing prana, prana means life. So the pregnant woman should say, by keeping this mudra, I plug into the universal energy source and life source to my baby. So whatever energy is there, universal energy, I am forwarding it to my baby in a womb. If she say this and she do this mudra, like she is passing all the universal energy to her fetus. And what all benefits they will get with this prana mudra is improves circulation, blood circulation, helpful in varicose veins, in other conditions also, and in pregnancy usually due to cramp or due to pressure they will face varicose veins. So what is varicose veins? Like almost all people know, I guess. Initially it will start with the back pain, but back pain is radiating through the lower extremities. Especially it will be for single extremity. Through thighs, it will radiate down. That too, how a single vein pain will be. That is nothing but varicose vein. If that condition is there, it will be cured or give strength, happiness, and immunity. And even this is helpful in sciatica. These all conditions, especially the nerves condition, nerve related issues or pains, it will be subsided, and it improves the blood circulation, and it gives energy, universal energy to a fetus. So this is about the prana mudra. And next is Varun Mudra. Varun Mudra is nothing but it's related to a water element. Water is nothing but, again we will get the blood or other fluids in our body, right? So obviously when we are saying blood, it may be related to dehydration, it may be related to amniotic fluid, everything in pregnancy, particular pregnancy, right? So Varun Mudra, it is also known as Jala Vardak Mudra. As we are discussing amniotic fluid, Jala is nothing but water, right? Jala Vardaka Mudra, that's nothing but to increase the amniotic fluid in a pregnant woman. If in normal women we are advising those who will be suffering with dehydration or any other we can take even anemia. These all conditions can be improved. How we should do? Touch the tip of the little finger and tip of the thumb, and rest three should be in a straight position. Touch tip of the little finger and touch tip of the thumb finger, and rest three fingers should be straight. Whatever mudras we are doing, we should not do it with a single hand. We should do with both hands. And how our position should be? We should be steady and straight. And whatever mudras we are keeping, this mudra our palm should face the upwards, and we should keep this on our thighs, and we should close our eyes, and we should breathe normally, and we should concentrate on our breathe. So this is Varun Mudra. And obviously, as we are discussing, what it helps? It helps in the oligohydramnios. Oligohydramnios is nothing but the condition where amniotic fluid is less in pregnant women. If she do on daily basis this mudra, she can increase her amniotic fluid. Or in anemia conditions, if the HB is low in pregnancy, or in dehydrations. Dehydration is nothing but with like how much quantity of water the body is needed. We won't have such water content in our body, then our body will go into dehydration. In such conditions, this mudra will help. And next our mudra is Apana Mudra. Apana Mudra is nothing but, Apana is one of the form of Vayu, air. Again, as I said, we have Pancha Mahabhutas. Vayu Mahabhuta, again it's divided into subdivisions. Again, types of Vayus we have. This Apana is one of the type of Vayu. And as I said, Vayu is nothing but movement, air, right? So related to the movement. Movement here is when we correlate with the pregnancy, movement here is nothing but the movement of a fetus. So it helps to move the fetus in a pelvic region, one thing, or it may help in easy delivery, or it may move. It may help in a fetus of to get the cephalic presentation. So as we are discussing about the movement of a fetus, obviously this mudra in pregnancy we should advise to do after 8th month, after completion of 7 months. In 8th month, we can advise them to do this mudra, apana mudra, so that there will be movement of cephalic presentation of a fetus, and even it will be helpful in delivery of a fetus or movement of a fetus through pelvic region. So how we should do? Touch the tip of the thumb and tip of the middle finger and ring finger. Tip of the thumb and tip of the middle finger and tip of the ring finger. You should touch this, and rest 2 fingers should be straight. So this is Apan Mudra, and same thing. We should sit steadily, and we should face the palms to upside, and we should keep these both hands on thighs, and we should concentrate on our breath. And as I has already discussed, this mudra after 8 months, in beginning of the 8th month, you can advise by doing this. It will relieve back pain, because in last trimester, due to pressure of a fetus, she'll be having severe backaches. So it will be relieve back pain, helps in urine problems like repeated frequency of urine, frequent urination will be present. It will be helpful, or it will easy the childbirth. It will helpful in a fetus to have cephalic presentation. So our next mudra is Akasha Mudra. Akasha Mudra has Akasha, I said, plane, like space, nothing but sky, long, like large space, right? So how we should do? Touch your middle finger with thumb finger. Touch your middle finger, tip and tip of the thumb finger, and all your rest fingers should be straight. Whichever we are doing, like whichever we are touching, rest finger should be straight. So touch your middle tip of the middle finger and touch the tip of the thumb, and rest all fingers should be straight. And this is a position. And obviously we should face the palm to up, and we should keep on the thighs, and we should concentrate on our breath. This is Akasha Mudra. So what all benefits we will get from this Akasha Mudra is, it will detoxify our body. One thing, what is detoxification? Already we know, right? Toxicity. Removing of the toxicity from our body is nothing but detoxification. How it will be happening with mudra, if you have question? Obviously, how our toxicity of our, if any toxicity in our body is present, how it will be moved out? Through excreta, right? It may be sweat, it may be urine, or it may be a stool. So by following regularly this mudra, through our urine, through our stool, or through our sweat, all toxicity of our body will be removed out. So our body will get detoxification. One thing. Another thing, in high blood pressure. Obviously, this is one of the complication in pregnancy, right? Some women will be having high blood pressure. So if they have high blood pressure, if by doing this mudra, they can control their blood pressure. So this is about the Akasha Mudra. So coming to next, Prithvi Mudra. Don't confuse. Akasha Mudra was tip of the middle finger and tip of the thumb, right? But here in Prithvi Mudra, Prithvi means hard thing, hard one. It may be organs, bones, anything hard, which is hard, that is correlated to a Prithvi. Prithvi, ring finger, tip of the ring finger and tip of the thumb. This is Prithvi Mudra. And rest all fingers should be straight. This tip of the ring finger and tip of the thumb should touch each other. That touching also, how it should be? Don't press, just you should touch, connect. If we pass a thin thread between the fingers, it should pass. Like that it should be. Just touching, connecting both the tips of the fingers. And this Prithvi Mudra is also known as Agni Shamaka Mudra. Agni, again, Agni means our digestion power. We can correlate. So Agni Shamaka Mudra. Obviously, we can connect as a digestion issues, one thing, but this mudra stimulate the body physically and psychologically. Especially psychological means again mood swings. It may be mood swings, it may be frustration, it may be irritation, or it may be like a confused mind. These all will come under or psychological complaints, right? So these all will be solved and mind will get calm, and even the physical disturbances like discomforts during pregnancy, these all will be
बस इसका लॉक बता दो क्या है
so these all will be regulated, especially in pregnancy, by doing Prithvi Mudra. Prithvi Mudra is here is nothing but this, as we discussed. And our next mudra is Shunya Mudra. Shunya Mudra, how we should do? Keep your middle finger at the root of the thumb and press. As they are showing, keep your middle finger in the root of the thumb and press with thumb the middle finger. And rest all fingers should be straight. Pressing your root of the thumb with the middle finger and pressing the middle finger with the thumb. So this is Shunya Mudra. Why it will be helpful? Especially this mudra is helpful in first trimester, in vomitings, giddiness, and with these pregnancy tips, even it will be helpful in thyroid conditions. Even in pregnancy, some will get thyroid variations, right? TSH level variations, hypothyroidism, hyperthyroidism in gestational also they will get, or for others also, to stimulate the thyroid hormones, to balance the thyroid hormones, and in vomiting or in giddiness, like vertigo. If they are in a lying position, after getting up suddenly they will feel giddiness, right? In that condition, this mudra will be helpful. This is Shunya Mudra. And the instructions are same. We should sit straight, we should be relaxed shoulders we should be having, and we should keep this mudra facing palm upwards, and we should keep these on our thighs, and we should concentrate on our breath. And our next ninth mudra is Surya Mudra. What is this Surya Mudra? Keep ring finger at base of the thumb and press the thumb on ring finger. Other finger should be straight. Don't confuse. In Shunya Mudra, we were folding our middle finger, right? But here in Surya Mudra, we are folding this ring finger to a base of the thumb, and we are pressing the thumb on the ring finger, and rest all fingers should be straight. So this is Surya Mudra. And it will be helpful in vitiation of hard things like elements, especially it may be disturbance of organs, disturbance of bones, everything. Helpful to especially like, as I said, the particular organs, it will be helpful in reducing the cholesterol, and it will be helpful in weight loss, anxiety, and indigestion. As this mudra will be helpful in weight loss, even who are going through the weight loss. Obviously, if they do only this mudra, their weight will not be reduced. With these other precautionaries also they should take, and also it will be helpful in cholesterol reducing if anyone have the cholesterol issues, and even it will relieve the anxiety and make the mind calm. So this is Surya Mudra. Ring finger should touch the base of the thumb, and thumb should press the ring finger, and rest all fingers should be straight. So this is Surya Mudra. And our last one, usually like in our, especially Hindus or in other religions also, to greet anyone, guest or anyone, first thing we do is namaskar, right? Actually, we don't know. This namaskar is also one of the mudra which stimulates our body to make our body in a healthy way, right? Actually, whatever, now this shaking of hands, everything, nowadays we are following foreign countries. Actually, the greeting for guest or greeting for someone or respecting someone according to our older days is closing the palms and doing them namaskara, right? Actually, see how our ancient days were. Even whatever activities they were doing, it was helpful to our body. But nowadays, all got changed, and we are following the Western other things, and we are forgetting all these old traditions, right? So coming to our mudra, like namaskara mudra, obviously close your palm. The all fingers should face each other, and it should be closed, and your forearms should be straight like this. If you keep this position in front of your Hridaya Bhaga, then it is Namaskara Mudra. This same position, if you keep on the in front of your eyebrows, then it will be a Pranama Mudra. Mudra is same thing, but if you keep this in front of Hridaya, then it is Namaskara Mudra. And if you keep this in front of your face between the eyebrows, then it will be a Pranama Mudra. How it will be helpful? It creates the balance in right brain and left brain. Obviously, we know like we are not using both the brains, right? Both side of brains, right and left. We will be using only one side of the brain. Here, this mudra, what it will do? It will balance our brain functioning, both left and right, and brings calmness and harmony to our body. Because I think because of this reason only, they were doing namaskara and greeting guests. Because in olden days, like if any guests comes to our home or anywhere, if we are meeting new people, we like usually we will get excited, right? It may be in a anxiety, it may be a happiness. Excitement will increase. So obviously, due to that, our brain functioning will be disturbed. We will get stressed. We will get frustration. So if we do this mudra for few seconds, our brain will get balanced and our mind will get calm. So I think because of this reason, they were greeting guests with the mudras, I think. So this is Namaskara Mudra and even Pranama Mudra. So these are the 10 mudras, especially in pregnancy, like we have special benefits of these all mudras in pregnancy. So we are advising these mudras in pregnancy. And